by definition, product manager works on three pillars, which is engineering, business, and customer.
Okay, so you should have knowledge of like everything.
Yeah.
Technical, non-technical, product understanding, and
Product
customer
understanding.
understanding or what
Exactly.
customer want. Okay.
Exactly.
There have been more and more companies registering as two-wheeler manufacturers, battery manufacturers, or and stuff. And at this point, we have more than 10,000 electric two-wheeler companies.
Manufacturers.
Yeah.
Why
Right.
बहुत ज़्यादा?
हाँ.
10,000.
Yeah.
सबको गाड़ी बनाना है.
Yeah.
Alright. So next question, Vishal, is like how electric vehicles are scaling in India, and what are the challenges, or in general overview of electrical vehicles in India currently. What will talk about it?
So electric vehicles, when I say electric vehicles in India, I will be talking mostly about two-wheeler and three-wheeler space, because that is what is happening in India right now. There is a few four-wheelers going on, but that is like irrelevant because that sector is very small right now. Obviously it is developing, but what I will talk about majorly is the two-wheelers sector. So over the past 5 or 7 years, there have been more and more companies registering as two-wheeler manufacturers, battery manufacturers, or and stuff. And at this point, we have more than 10,000 electric two-wheeler companies.
Manufacturers.
Yeah.
Why
Right.
बहुत ज़्यादा?
हाँ.
10,000.
Yeah.
सबको गाड़ी बनाना है.
Yeah. And the problem this is causing is that there is no formalization and there is no standardization of electronic assemblies or certain parts.
So assembly as in like क्या? Easy.
Quality standards.
में बोला गया जाए तो
Quality
कैसे?
standards.
When I say about electronic assemblies, something as simple as a electronic control unit,
Okay.
which is an electronic board on every vehicle.
मतलब जो व्हीकल को इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स को कंट्रोल करता है.
Right,
is
right,
what you are talking.
right.
So वो safe as in safety features और add-on होने चाहिए is what you are talking.
Safety, yeah, safety also. But when I say standardization, as in every manufacturer goes on and does the best job to make a functional device,
Right.
while making its cost the lowest.
Right.
And while making the device functional is correct, but they I doubt most of the companies are missing the point of reliability and safety, that what kind of connectors we are using, what kind of temperature grades we are using. These things matters a lot in in the longer run, after 2-3 years of the vehicle's life, and that is something we are yet to see how these manufacturers are
Will overcome that.
are working. And second aspect of this is that the major players like Hero, be it TVS or Bajaj, these big players are not entering the market in huge numbers. They are hesitating because they don't want to take the brunt. They don't want to experiment going out because they have already they are having huge volumes of their normal combustion two-wheelers running.
Right.
So they don't want to simply experiment and try to deprioritize their own combustion sales.
Right.
But what I feel is that once these big players start entering the market in huge numbers, the number of these other sort of
New companies,
the new companies, we will see their numbers dwindling, and this is where the top 1% or let's say top 5% engineers will be the ones who will find it still easy to navigate through the through the next wave. But as of now, it is quite good in the two-wheeler space. There should be there is a bit of work in the four-wheeler space that is going to boom like anything in the next couple of next decade, I believe. But again, I feel that all the engineers are underprepared for that, since there is a different set of skills required for working on four-wheelers and that kind of applications.
Complications must be more.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's all.
Okay, so Durgesh, my next question is for you कि आपने without MBA degree सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर से सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपर से प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट की पोस्ट पे जो स्केल अप किया तो वो कैसे किया, व्हाट ऑल एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स डिड यू पुट इन, ये इसके बारे में आपको.
Okay, so I will tell a little bit about product management, how it is different from software engineering. So software engineering mostly works in a solution space or execution space. So if you see a product life cycle from start to end, we see that there is a research space initially. So we have a problem to tackle. So researchers like Vishal will work on that research space and will do some research and then will invent something or innovate something that will help us to solve our problem. Okay, and then we have to take that research or that invention or that innovation to market.
Okay.
So the innovation did by researchers directly cannot be taken to the market, right? So if he has make some hardware, हम directly जाके बेच नहीं सकते लोगों को. So we have to make it reliable to be usable by the end customer. So
वो सब कुछ आता है UI and all.
हाँ. So, right. So the product engineering space totally works in solution execution phase, which is the last step of the product life cycle. But product management or product manager or any people in product management works on both the levels, so business as well as execution. So to be fairly speak up, by definition product manager works on three pillars, which is engineering, business and customer.
So you should have knowledge of like everything.
Yeah.
Technical, non-technical, product understanding and customer understanding or what
exactly.
customer want. Okay.
Exactly. So mainly you have to have that customer acumen, what the customer wants. Right. So the engineer, and then you have to envision the product, ki what I want that product to solve. So for just any example, if I take Paytm, so Paytm का जो box आता है, जो अभी we can see in many shops. So that is very fundamental problem. कि पहले क्या होता था, जब वो नहीं था कि I have sent money to the shopkeeper, हमें नहीं आया, मैसेज नहीं आया, तो उसको acknowledge नहीं होता था वो. So they just created a device, very simple innovation, but उसका impact बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ है. So if we see the revenue for that box is much larger, and Paytm has stepped up the game a lot, but just because of that simple mind. So a product manager should envision that. So he should take what is the customer problem that he want to solve, and then he want to envision the product from start to end. Like, okay, this product should go in this way and this will help the user in that way. And what is the user's exact problem? So one thing, there is a quote by Henry Ford, the famous founder of Ford company. So he said that if I would have asked the users what they want, they would have said faster horses. So लोगों को पूछा क्या चाहिए, हमें faster horses चाहिए, but that is not a problem. So if you are taking the requirement of the customer, what is the requirement? Faster horses. But it is not solving the main problem. What is the main problem? The speed of the commute, the speed of the transport. So he worked on that and he created a car which solved the basically problem, but वो सबके लिए new था. But eventually now we see कितने cars है road पे. So we have to see the problem and not the customer requirement. तो वो problem acumen आना चाहिए.
Actual
understanding of the problem कि user को क्या problem आ रहा है. अभी technical, coming from a technical background, it is very difficult to shut off that technical brain. मतलब कभी भी कुछ आता है हम ऐसे solve करेंगे, नहीं. That is a very wrong way of approaching a problem. So अगर कुछ आता है like हाँ एक ये सॉफ्टवेयर बना देंगे इसके लिए, ये इसके लिए सॉफ्टवेयर बना देंगे, सॉफ्टवेयर का स्टैक भी जावा यूज़ करेंगे, सब दिमाग में आ जाता है, बिकॉज टेक्निकल ब्रेन है ना, वो जाता ही है उसमें. बट एज अ प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट पीपल यू हैव टू शट ऑफ दैट टेक्निकल ब्रेन फॉर अ साइड एंड यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द रूट प्रॉब्लम एंड डोंट गो डायरेक्टली टू द सॉल्विंग. फर्स्ट brainstorm on the problem, understand the problem, and then work on how we can solve that. So this is where the product manager or product management people lies or work on. And saying about how I transitioned is, so earlier I was a software engineer in my company and we had product owners and product managers, all the people for our product. So I was like कि okay, जो चीज़ें हो रही है not really going in the shape that the product should go. So product के कुछ vision रहता है. So product का vision था कि all over globe SaaS मतलब global cloud पे डालना है. तो cloud पे अगर डालना है तो वो एक particular way में कोड होना चाहिए, परफॉर्मेंस टेस्टिंग होना चाहिए, सब होना चाहिए. तो वो ऐसे हो नहीं रहा था. आई वाज लाइक कि वो ऐसे नहीं जा रहा है. सो वन मोर थिंग कि मुझे जो विजन था वो मैं शेप अप नहीं कर पा रहा था बिकॉज आई डोंट हैव दैट पावर. एंड एक और कोट जो मैंने सुना है विच इज़ इन मिस्टर रोबोट सीरीज.
Same reason most people hate it, because to me it means that power belongs to the people that take it.
पावर बिलोंग्स टू द पीपल हु टेक इट. मतलब पावर तुम्हें देगा नहीं कोई, तुम्हें लेना पड़ेगा वो. तो वो कैसा लेना पड़ेगा? सो आई वॉज थिंकिंग कि मैं कैसे शेप कर सकता हूँ, इन्विजन कर सकता हूँ. सो आई हैव टू टॉक विथ माई मैनेजर. मेरा ऐसा ऐसा है कि ये शेप थोड़ा गलत हो रहा है एंड आई वॉन्टेड टू हैव दैट बिग पिक्चर कि वो कहाँ पे फिट हो रहा है प्रोडक्ट. हम सॉफ्टवेयर बनाते दैट इज़ वेरी स्मॉल पार्ट ऑफ द एंटायर प्रोडक्ट. वो पूरा कहाँ पे फिट हो रहा है, कस्टमर को कैसे हेल्प कर रहा है, वो मैंने इनिशियली आई टॉक विथ माई मैनेजर कि मुझे चाहिए ऐसी मीटिंग्स अगर जो हो जो आर्किटेक्चरल लेवल पे डिसीजंस होते हैं उससे मुझे इन्वॉल्व करो. आई विल जस्ट सिट साइलेंटली. मुझे बस देखना है, मुझे वो सीखना है. तो ऐसे मीटिंग्स में मैं जाता था एंड वो पूरा सीखा प्रोडक्ट का क्या रहता है वो. एंड देन आई यूज टू टेल मेरी सजेशंस कि ये गलत हो रहा है, मुझे ऐसा करना है. ओके एंड इवेंचुअली वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है वो इवेंचुअली वो मेरे साइड पे थोड़ा थोड़ा आती गई. ओके देन दे यूज टू आस्क व्हाट इज योर ओपिनियन दुर्गेश, हाउ यू थिंक अबाउट दिस प्रॉब्लम. देन आई यूज टू गिव माई ओपिनियन एंड वो जो solutions that I was thinking turned out to be good and beneficial for the product. And then once the product owner position was open, then I was immediately considered. Then पूछा गया कि would you like to take up the responsibility? I was like yes, happily. तो अभी officially now it's been transitioned to product owner, but I still doing both the things. So mainly I would say is to take the responsibility, to take that you need to work and you need to see the big picture कि how your product is fitting into the customer, how it is actually solving the customer problem. मतलब ऐसा है कि फास्ट करना है तो सीधा फास्टर घोड़े ढूंढ के दे दिया, ऐसे नहीं है. यू हैव टू फाइंड द रूट कॉज ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम एंड ट्राई टू फाइंड अ सोल्यूशन ओवर दैट. एंड हाउ वुड यू हेल्प दैट कस्टमर, उसको क्या बेटर होगा. सो कस्टमर एक्सपीरियंस. सो बेसिकली यू हैव टू सी एवरीथिंग. तो वो क्रॉस फंक्शनल टीम का कम्युनिकेशन आना चाहिए. यू हैव टू वर्क कि यूएक्स टीम है या सेल्स टीम है या कस्टमर का रिक्वायरमेंट जो लेती है वो टीम है. सो यू हैव टू टॉक विथ एवरीवन एंड वो अंडरस्टैंड करके वो विजन बनाना चाहिए. सो बेसिकली इवन इफ आई डिडंट हैव द रोल, आई यूज्ड टू वर्क एंड टॉक विद द पीपल एंड डिसाइड एंड कम्युनिकेट विद द टीम. तो अनऑफिशियली वो मैं थोड़ा थोड़ा डेवलप करते गए.
एफर्ट्स डालने पड़े.
या देन कंपनी सीज योर एफर्ट्स.
राइट, ऑफ कोर्स. एंड यू हैव बीन लाइक दे अप्रिशिएट वो तो एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट पुट के.
या एंड मेन मतलब इफ समवन वांट्स टू कम टू प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट and if they don't have these, so mainly the people who are working in service industry, they don't have these roles. उनका थोड़ा framework अलग रहता है. So they don't have a product, they have a service. So they make a software and they just deliver. So there is not a product that is going from years to years. So उनके इसमें project manager रहता है. So in this case when you can't work in your company, so then in that situation you have to prove yourself in other way around. You can't prove yourself into the work that you are doing because work वैसा है नहीं. So you have to prove yourself other than your work, which is you have to, maybe you can do freelancing or maybe you can launch your own product. So not necessarily बहुत बड़ा कुछ solve करो, छोटा सा एकदम छोटी सी चीज़. So software में if I am thinking कि एक छोटा सा problem है मैं solve कर दूंगा, तो वो उसको करके if you envision that कि मैंने problem को understand किया, मैंने उसका plan बनाया और मैंने उसका solution भी दिया. If you say that, if you can prove that experience to someone, then that can be beneficial for transitioning from engineering to product management.
Okay, Vishal. So this is probably the last question of the video of the podcast. So tell us about how did you choose or what analysis did you do to choose a college for your masters? And ये in general सबके लिए question है because बहुत से students masters करना चाहते हैं. But जो process which you feel is right, and he has done a lot of research for that. So आपके हिसाब से what should be the process, how to analyze and which college to go with, and in short application process भी कैसी थी, इस बारे में हमें बता दीजिए.
All right. So first of all, while choosing any university, obviously you have decided your major now. In this major, let's say it is electrical engineering or computer engineering, whatever is it, you need to see what kind of specialization tracks are available. In case you have you have been working in that field for past couple of years, it will be much easier. In case you have just completed your bachelor's degree, in that case you might need to look at what kind of specializations there are, what kind of job prospects they have, and which universities are good at which specializations, and which country also is catering to which industry and which specialization better. Once you have decided your specialization, you can look at what the professors are doing at that university, what research they are doing, what projects are available, what industry tie-ups are available at those universities. And the next thing will be to look at the research output of that university. For this, you can simply go on IEEE or Google Scholar and look at what research papers they have published in the recent times. And if that aligns with your target specialization, well and good. I think for most specializations, you would be able to find at least 4 or 5 colleges which are in that specialization. And then you can go on and look at the lab facilities, what kind of equipment, what kind of courses are available. For example, in my case at Virginia Tech, there is Center for Power Electronic Systems, and it is specializing in power semiconductors and DC to DC converters and high voltage applications. So when I was applying to these universities, I was not considering like I'm applying to Virginia Tech or CU Boulder or University of Wisconsin-Madison. I was considering like I'm applying there for CPES, for COPEC and for VEMPEC, which are the labs. Sorry for this language, but yeah, these are the labs at these universities. Yeah. So the reason why you need to consider that this aspect is because in India we tend to have a more academic oriented coursework, where majority of our time goes into lectures, assignments, right?
75% attendance.
That is a scam. Yeah. And outside, once you go outside for pursuing any kind of degree, they consider a more holistic approach. They look at other activities as well, more practical activities, which is good. So you will have not more than a couple of hours of lecture per day.
Nice.
So if you don't look at this aspect, like what kind of research or what kind of professional activities you are doing, you will find questioning yourself, like why are you paying 30, 40, 50 lakhs, just for these couple of hours of lectures each day. And whereas you are not even understanding what is happening in these lectures. Most of it is again going to be self-study. Once you go there, you'll find most of your understanding is going to be from self-study. Some of it from lectures, some of it from self-study. But most of it from research and the projects and the internships that you'll be doing there. Which is why I'm very much focusing on those aspects. So yeah, that is all about how do you finalize your university. Talking about the next point, which was the application process. I think it would be optimal to start about a year prior to your going to the country. So at least 1 year before, you have to apply for the exams, IELTS or TOEFL or GRE, whichever it might be. And once you have those scores, once you have all your profile built up, you have all the documents, LOR, SOPs, everything ready. After that, you can find the fill in the applications and just cross your fingers as to which admits you will get. Yeah. One thing I would like to specifically mention here is that it will be better if you go about this process by yourself, because you have all the control. Yeah, right. And most of the points you will find online. Everybody can find videos and blogs. Everything is available. Better not to go with consultancies, because they will be biased towards certain universities. They will have some tie-ups with some universities. Obviously, if you intend to go to those universities in the first place, absolutely go for it. If you know what you are doing, or if you want to know what you are doing, do it yourself.
Right.
That is what I would suggest. So yeah, that's all.
Yes, so this is all for today's podcast video, guys. I know ये थोड़ा नहीं, बहुत ज़्यादा technical video था. They tried their best to keep it on low level, like to जो सबको समझ आएगा. But I hope आपको समझ आया है. And let's see if you ऐसा कुछ होगा कि जो तुम्हें समझ नहीं आया. So let us know about that in the comment section, and we'll try to talk about it and discuss about it. If needed, we'll do another podcast video. होपफुली अगर टाइम मिला इनके साथ तो ये यूएस जाने के पहले कर लेंगे, या फिर आई एम प्रीटी श्योर आई विल बी प्लानिंग अनदर वीडियो विथ दुर्गेश. ये बंदा ड्रोन्स भी बनाता है, ही बिल्ड्स ड्रोन्स, सो विल बी मेकिंग अ डेडिकेटेड वीडियो फॉर दैट. एंड उसमें हम ड्रोन्स के बारे में, ड्रोन इंडस्ट्री के बारे में, ड्रोन कैसे बनाते हैं क्या है, वो सब विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट एंड मेकिंग अ वीडियो. एंड एट द एंड आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक बोथ ऑफ यू गाइज, विशाल एंड दुर्गेश, फॉर जॉइनिंग मी हियर.
Thank you for inviting us.
Podcast. Yeah. You're welcome, guys, and they're just too nice to be with me because they are reluctant to come on screen. वो उनको ज़्यादा पसंद नहीं ऐसा है.
They might have guessed it, but no.
But yeah, I love talking with my friends. See, I know they have a lot of knowledge, but I'm trying is to bring that in front of everyone, so that it will help. I'm pretty sure it will help few of the people, few of the viewers. So that's what my purpose is. And also I would like to thank Casa Green for letting us host this video here. This is our second podcast video, and soon we'll be rushing to the restaurant for our lunch. And trust me, we are a huge fan of Casa Green restaurant. Amazing. इनके starters तो मतलब यार मज़ा आ जाएगा, तुम खा के देखना. And this place is a vibe. जो scenic view है यहाँ से, and soon monsoon is coming. I'm pretty sure when you come here, you are gonna enjoy the scenic beauty of this place of Nashik, and this is quite a lot in outskirts of Nashik. So yeah, इधर ऐसा कुछ commercial है ही नहीं. ये एक resort and आजू बाजू it's all farm, and दूर दूर तक ऐसे land, open land and mountains दिखते हैं. So it's a real good place, amazing place. Please do visit here, and if you have anything else, if you want कि हम किसी और के साथ podcast video करें, कोई specific field related person, let us know. I'll find that person. I'll do a podcast video with him. Until that, see you in the next video, guys. Thank you so much.